gold was a stimulation to my chapter. When I met the gold only 2 years ago, I just started to think about gold. What is gold? Why gold? And when I first bought the gold, my life changed. When I make the decision and I ask for what for a price from a dealer, and I started to look for buying gold, my life changed. It was in 5th of November in 18, not long time ago. Just then I started to make a move. I bought a gold and my life is changed. I'm really telling you, my life is changed. Money is starting streaming into my life oftenly, not from carrot bars, only from the energy of gold that I'm holding in my pocket. I'm used to go with 1 ounce in my pocket, and I bought this gold medal. My life is changed. And you know, I don't have to tell you what gold is meaning. It's from 5,000 years ago. It's always was a asset. It has value all over the history of the human being. And especially in this period of time, the coronavirus and the economic crisis that it's happening right now, and it will continue for decades. We have to prepare. We have to take back the money, and money is gold. It's a God money. And if you hear this message, and without carrot bars, anything, just gold. Just know what is gold and what is the meaning of gold. And I didn't introduce myself, what I have and where I'm living, but this is going to be, I don't know, a short or long meeting. So I'll give back the words to Londi to lead this meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. Moshe, thank you very much, Moshe. Before we do a short presentation, I want you, Rico, to say some words to the people in Israel. After the presentation, we're going to talk in more depth about your journey in carrot bars. But please welcome our audience now.
Well, Londi, thank you so much. Mr. Moses, thank you so much for having me on your call. First of all, it's certainly an honor to be able to talk to people across the world in Israel. And I want to say hello to the people of Israel right now. What I want you to understand is that this is a global phenomenon that we're dealing with. This is not just a company it's not just about gold. It's not just about income. It's about helping people change their lives. And when you decide to step out on faith and use God's money, and this is what we call it, gold, we call God's money, and we use it for a good purpose, it does return, to you, a good energy. Money is attracted to you. Income is attracted to you through this metal. And I'll tell you more about my story after the presentation, but definitely thank you for all who have joined from the United States and everywhere else in the world. So back to you.
I want to thank you. Rico. It's amazed me that I could do such a conference. I didn't believe in myself that I can do it. And I'm very simple person. I'm not with a social community, not in Twitter, not in Facebook, and everybody. If I did it, everybody can do it.
Everybody can do it, and that's one of the messages that I I try to put out there on my YouTube channel, is that, look, I'm just like you, and we can all do this together. It's really, really easy if you keep it simple, and do this business the way it's supposed to be done, and save as much gold as you can. All right, so I'll pass it back over, Mr. Lundy.
Rico, please tell us about yourself. How did you start Karatbars?
Well, how do I start? Well, I've been in the IT industry for about over 20 years, all right, as well as the entertainment industry for over 35 years. I've been doing something in music and entertainment. So I've always had an entrepreneur type of spirit about me. I've always had something that made me want to go out and earn something, that I made or built. So also, I'm in my mid 40s, and I started having children very late in life. So I have very young children right now. And I made a decision that I was not going to work another 20 years to make sure that I could provide for my children. I knew that I had to do something different. So, before my first daughter was born, I decided to start stock trading. And I wanted to become a swing trader or a day trader. And I quickly realized, while I was learning, how to trade, that business wasn't for small money people with very little income. You really need a lot of capital to approach the stock market, or you need a lot of skill and information. So I chose to learn more and learn how to trade and things like that. But at the same time, when I was deciding that I needed to find something more stable for our futures, I was already looking into gold, mining stocks, ETFs, and things like that. I was learning about the paper gold. And then through my sponsor, my first cousin actually told me about Karatbars, and it wasn't him calling me up and saying, hey, I want to tell you about this business. It was an opportunity that, he saw, because I was already soul searching on a way to make money work for me. Right. So I've already expressed to him that I wanted to do something with money. I wanted to make, good investments, stable investments. And then that's when he told me about Karatbars. So when I looked at it, I spent a day or two, researching and, reading and information and things like that. And, it just felt right. I didn't need to do extensive research. It was free to start. So I just went ahead and started while I was researching, while I was learning. This is an on the job type of situation, and when I first approached it, I didn't approach it in the manner that I wanted to go out and tell people and talk to people and network market at all. I approached it from the standpoint that I needed something stable for my kids 20 years from now or 15 years from now, because I understood that if my parents, if my mother and father had have bought gold in 1971 or 1973, then, when I went off to college, I would have had a better opportunity. Instead, I went to college, had to take out loans, government loans, became indebted to the system to get an education. Now I got my education. I finished. I got a degree in business from Virginia State University, right there. So shout out to all my college and HBCUs out there. But it took me 20 years to pay back that loan to get my education. I did it, but I rather had an option to not have to pay a loan if my parents maybe had invested in gold. But you don't know what you don't know unless somebody comes along and tries to explain it to you. And that's what we're doing here. So from the standpoint of approaching the business from a business side, I didn't have that idea at first. I just wanted to start owning physical gold. But the more I understood what was going on with Karatbars, the company, the more research I did and found that this company is overcoming many things to bring to you what we have today. We've overcome so many obstacles to get you a digital currency, a digital KBC. The company is still, blowing through obstacles right now today when it comes to what we're doing in the regulated market and things of those nature. So for me, it was simple, save a lot of gold, tell people that, especially the people that I love and care about, because I know that gold is good for you. Why wouldn't I go out and tell my brother and sister and cousins and other family members about saving in gold? So I chose to do that. And then the more I did that, the more that I started believing in the system and believing in what Mr. Harold Sykes built. He built a system. It's, when you decide to do the business part of Karatbars, the system is your record keeper. The system tracks your referrals. The system keeps track of your gold purchases in your online account. The system does everything for you, even to the point of having just a simple conversation with someone. There's a system to that. For the people that out there that don't believe that they can talk to people about an opportunity, that we can teach that to you. That's learnable. And that's what we do. So once again, shout out to all the wealth builders out there worldwide, all the Gold Standard Group members that have joined. If you are listening right now and you haven't made a decision on what you want to do, then I certainly want to say that it's changed my life. For people that may even, have come across my YouTube channel, I simply have built many streams of income, I might say, from a simple message of saving in gold and adopting this new technology that we have called blockchain, and simply being willing enough to go out and tell somebody about all these new things that you're learning and earn income doing that. It's a 3 steps. It's really, really simple. And when you can break through of that mindset that you can't do something, then you'll do it. It's very easy. Many people are doing it. And I'm so proud of you, Mr. Moses, for getting over that fear of coordinating a meeting like this, because that's the first step. And that's one of the things that
I have nothing to fear. I have only my maximum 10 years. What I fear from?
Well, yeah, and that's the point. You don't have anything to fear. Fear is what is stopping us from being successful.
If not now, ever.
Right. If not now, ever. You got to do it now. Don't wait till later. Don't let what you don't know stop you from taking part of, I think, one of the greatest opportunities that I've seen ever when it comes to a company and what they're doing for people, for humanity, what Mr. Harold Sykes is doing. So thank you, Harold Sykes. Thank you, Karatbars International. And I'll pass it back to you, Mr. Moses, Mr. Lundy.
And I want to share with you my story with Karatbars and gold at all. For me, I was hated this color. For me, I connected it to a gang and people that wearing this gourmet, and everything shows there's no, not like you. You are very humble. But 2 years ago, I opened an account saving in the bank for 18 years. I put the money for 18 years. I didn't touch it. It was like in dollars. Then it was I don't know. It was 55,000 shekels. And after 18 years, they just double it. They gave me 110,000 shekels and reduced 7,000 because it's a profit from, business in the stocks. They took 7,000. So I had in my hand about $100,000 after 18 years. So I thought to myself, if I put it in that time, in 2001, I put this $55,000, what could I earn? It was 5 times. I could have 250,000 shekels. Not double, 5 times. From that moment, I took all my money from the bank, everything. I just lived there for, billing. No money in the bank, and I started to be interested in gold. And I didn't know about Karatbars. Caracas was a dream. I didn't know. It was like in the moon. And I think 1.5 years ago, I made my first step to do something. I bought a certain amount of ounce of gold from the 100,000 that they gave me, the fucking bank. They gave me 100. With this money, I bought everything gold with it. You know, and I didn't know about Caracas. And Londi was, I was following him before, half a year ago, and he tried to make a lot of things how to earn money in the internet. And most of the time, it didn't succeed. Let's say the truth. But I learned from him about Bitcoin and coins and what is crypto. And I opened a wallet. I made a transaction. I started to recognize this world, you know? And I left him for half a year. And when I was interested in gold, you know, God led me back to Londi. And he started that time about Caracas. He was fanatic about Caracas. The same moment in this program that I saw him, I bought my first package, and I became a VIP in the company. Because I saw this, if Everside didn't invite this or make this company, somebody else must do this. Somebody else should do this. And I, you know, I was like a real mountain, you know. In the beginning, I thought it's 50-50 in the casino. I put either in the red or in the black. I didn't know what's going to happen to my money. And in the time, I invest more and more. It didn't end in the 3,000 euros. But in a thought that this is money that I can allow myself. I believe in this vision. It's a vision. We are building a vision. It's a dream of one man and a million people already. 1 million people are affiliated or dealing with this company. When we were past the million, the first million, then it becomes viral. That's a phenomenon that happened in most of the companies, the exits. When you pass the million registered, then it becomes a viral, exponential. And I believe in Caracas. And in June, I don't know, we can talk about the news that we heard from the company. There's a lot of news, very, very happy news. You know what? The last Zoom the company made, it was full of happy news. Like, you know, for me, who bought a laptop, he will get 250 euro back. Thank you, company.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I didn't ask for
it. Does. And that's how the company does. You know, they're so giving. They've been giving back. You know, just more recently, they, you know, all those points that, you know, that people accumulated for buying those multi-packages and selling those multi-packages, Herald Sites turned them into cash and gave you cash for those points. And man, it's a testament, you know, repeatedly that Mr. Herald Sites, he gives a lot. You know, he gives away a lot. And all you got to do is want for yourself, and you can build for yourself.
I want to say something else. You know, I told you I was like in a railway in this company. And I followed this company, I think about more than 1 year with Londi and everything. Yeah. And I was like this. But I can tell you surely now I'm surely this company is not going to be a scam or to live with the money. This company exists from 2011. And Aaron Side built it step by step, step by step. And Joseph got with his millions of euro, like 800 millions of euro to the data. They are serious people. They don't come to make a joke or a scam, you know? So this company is gonna be the future company. You know, once Erotside said, like everybody knows what is Coca-Cola, everybody will know what is Carlsbad. And better do it now. Now do it. You know, the KBC is when it was issued, less than what it issued. Go buy KBC, buy gold, buy cash gold.
Okay, Moish, let me stop you a little bit, Moish. Let me stop you. We came to hear. I want to just couple of words before I bring it back to you, Rico. I want to show you what the gold has done in the last 20 years. Look at this. Do you see this chart?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, from 2000 to 2020, it's 425%, gentlemen. Everything is under the gold. The gold is the most successful investment, and I'm not an advice, and I'm not an accountant. I don't give you any advice. Everything you hear you're going to do by your own decision. And I want to share with you another chart. Look at this. This is the most important chart because this is the US dollar purchasing power as measured by gold. Since 2000, look what I've done, the purchasing power in your hands. The dollars that you keep in your hand, the notes that are not backed with nothing, are losing their purchasing power, as gold is more appreciating asset. You have to understand that. So the only thing you have to do is to decide whether you're in or out. And if you're in, go with all the passion that you can, because you're doing for your family, for your children, for your grandchildren. You're not doing only for yourself. You are just planting the seeds for the becoming good future for your family. Okay, back to you, Rico. I want to ask you, how do you dealing with all the people that said that Carlsbad is not what is they are saying, and there's a lot of problem? What do you tell all these people?
You know, that's a great question. That's a really great question, and I got a really easy answer to it. And I don't really say anything. I just show them. I just show it to them. I just show it to them, and I explain to them that this is cash gold. All right. And then I explain to them what cash gold means. This paper here is what we are used to. We are used to carrying paper. All right. So Karatbars came along and built a product that we are familiar with. And the reason they did that, because cash gold is the gold that is to be spent and bartered with. It puts the power back in our hands, because he who owns gold owns real money. We all heard that before, right? So if you believe that, then now you have an escape from the traditional system, which is failing right now. You know, most countries are printing up currency to an unlimited amount. So that chart that you showed, Mr. Lundy, about the purchasing power of paper versus gold that has gone down like that look like that, that's because the paper that you hold in your pocket is worth less than it is related to gold, which is daily going up. It's worth this purchasing power. It maintains its purchasing power and actually grows its purchasing power. So do you want to be the one holding all the cash when the system collapses, or if the system collapses? And by all means, I don't want the system to collapse, because I know what that's going to mean for many people that have not prepared themselves for it. It's going to be tough for a lot of people, and this is a people business, and we care about people. So we don't hope for the crash. All we're doing is letting you know that you should probably prepare for it, because the system is showing signs of weakness right now, and that's absolutely right. The gold, it's about the gold, and it's not about the love of gold. It's about what we can do with the gold. It's about protecting our own wealth for generations using the gold, because the gold isn't going anywhere. It was here long before human beings. It's going to be here long after we're gone. We cannot destroy it. We can't make any more of it. Your government can't print any more of it. So that's why it's important for us to have. But before I go on, because I see some familiar names on our participant list, I want to say hello to Mr. Eric Rains. How you doing, Mr. Eric? I see you over there. Thank you for joining. Everyone from the United States that have joined this meeting, man, I certainly appreciate you, because what we are building together, Karatbars International, globally, is a global family of people that believe in the stability of gold bullion, and also Mr. Harold Sykes' vision of bringing and making gold available to everybody, no matter where you're from. If your country will allow a gold delivery, Karatbars will deliver that gold to that country via FedEx, which is the international delivery partner. If you live in a country that you can't take a gold delivery, we do offer online storage. So, you know, there are options there. You definitely want to get to the closest Karatbars person that you can find right now. Maybe that person who's been calling you, sending you emails or text messages, trying to get you in on a meeting, you know, trying to get you to listen to this information. You need to go back and talk to them and start your free account today, so you can have access to that.
You know.
That.
I could tell stories about, a golden egg, but I want to talk about a real gold, people, real gold that will lead you for freedom. Freedom, a real freedom. Are you think in this time, with all they are planning for us, a digital dollars and all this, what are you getting stimulation after stimulation and spreading money all over the people? You must own gold. You must own gold and get in now. Now it's the price before it got to the rocket. You always said, "Oh, it's too expensive. It's 280. It's 180." Buy me in 180. You won't get it. If you want to have it in your hand, you have to pay 220, 2,200 if you want to have it. And you have a company that can give you any weight you want. Small domination.
That's right. That's right.
If you don't want to build business, don't build business. Just if you want to have your saving, save it in gold, not in paper.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I wanted to tell. I want to thank Rico of everything, and this is a big family. Karatbars is a big family for me, and you gave me all the hands that you could to have this meeting, and I'm in your Patreon too. Yes. I'm your sponsor in Patreon, and I advise people join this man. This man has a leadership, and he can take us just tied to his tail. He's gonna go to the rockets.
So
join to his tail, join the Patreon, and support the company.
Before Rico, you proceed, I want to ask all the people if you got questions, the Hebrew one and from United States, please put your question on the chat and we can answer. Rico, do you see the question? Please proceed.
Let me pull up the chat window. But look, I want to say something. I want to say something really quick because I want everyone to understand that the leaders in Karatbars, the leaders that's on the ground making the things really happen, that's doing these meetings every day, that's spreading the information every day, those are the people that you really want to pay attention to. Ty Best, shout out Ty Best, shout out Michael Delco, Nita Nako, Sherlane Goldberg, United States teams.
Tammy Morrison.
Yes, Tammy Morrison, of course. Look, you know, these are people that are changing people's lives, and you know, it's really not you know, difficult to get swept up in it all. You know, when you see people that are quitting their jobs, that are firing their bosses, that are walking away free from doing something that they don't want to do, that's powerful, and that's what, you know, I hope to be a part of and hope motivate people to do is, you know, take back their time and their freedom, and you know, leverage with gold. So I'll pass it back over to Mr. Lundy.
I don't want to say something wrong here, but Rico, do you have this?
I don't have a K1 phone. I'm waiting on the K2. I don't have a K1.
I'm waiting also. You know, I'm waiting for 4 phones and 1 laptop. I'm waiting.
Okay. So all the Israeli team here that's saying, "Where's the phone? Where's the phone?" Look, Lucky Rico haven't got his phone yet, and I'm sure he bought it earlier than us. So be patient. Step by step, the company will do whatever they can to bring us all they promise, because Herald Size is under promise and over deliver. Always remember that. So I want to, Mr. Rico, where can somebody's asking, where can I get the cash gold? The cash gold you can get on your back office. You can order it. You cannot buy with the cash gold yet physically, but if you buy cash gold, you can decide if it's digital or if it's physical. If you keep it digital, you can then transfer it to Bitcoin, or you transfer it to your own currency. You can do it whatever you can. Yes, Rico.
Yeah. So also, I wanted to talk about the other part of that question, where it says who will accept it for food or for something else. Well, that's a great question, because hopefully that's where we're going to be in the future, where we can go anywhere and use the cash gold to pay for goods and services. Part of what we are doing is implementing that system for businesses who are part of the K exchange. That means they can accept Karatbars gold. So if you go to a business that has that in their window, then you could spend that, you know, or you can use the app. We have an app called Karat Pay. You can download this app to your iPhone or your Android device, and then you can transfer electronically. So, for example, I have a business here in the United States. Most of you know that I have a studio. Well, I just shut it down, but I'm still in business. But I accept cash gold for a business. You know, so if you want to pay for my services, I will accept gold. And when you become a Karatbars affiliate, you can accept gold as well. If you want to work for that gold instead of exchanging your paper for it, then that's an option. Again, there's so many different ways that you can use the tools and systems that Herald Sites brought ahead. So we hope to be able to, in the future, to go many places and be able to use cash gold as our currency.
That's right. And let me do something special here. This is an Israeli guy that's asking I won't call it a bad question, but I want to pass it out to you, Rico, okay? If you allow me. It's a tough one, okay? What about the promise of 100 KBC to 1 gram? What happened to this? How can I trust a company that has don't keep her promise?
And that's a fair question. I don't feel like the company didn't keep their promise, because personally, I exchanged quite a few QR codes for at 100 KBCs for a gram. Now, I haven't collected the gold yet. That's because there's not a ATM or a CEM machine close by me that has gold in it. But what I know is that the company has honored those exchanges. So I've done my exchanges. We were able to do exchanges from July all the way up through December. So there was a whole 6 months where you could have used your KBC for 100 KBC for a grand. Now, with that said, it was always part of the plan to do something different. After a certain amount of time, you know, the company announced that it will be something with 75 KBC for a gram of gold. Well, what they did was they changed the promotion a little bit, and now we can use 75 KBC to mine gold on Carrotbit, which means is you can use 75 KBC per week. All right, this is a weekly thing that you could turn the service on, and when things happen in your network, you could actually earn or mine more than a gram of gold if you have been growing your business. Now, many people don't like that idea anymore because people didn't want to work their business and they don't have a lot of activity in their network, you know, but we all make our own choices. And Harold Seitz put a program in place, a promotion, by the way. It was nothing that Harold Seitz owes anybody. All right. He put a promotion in place for the KBC coin, in which we are now on a new promotion, in which there will be another promotion later on down the line. So if you want to take advantage of Carrotbit and the gold miner status right now using 75 KBC coin per week, then use it. You know, I would say to those people, don't complain 6 months from now when now there's a new promotion and you missed out on the, you know, that promotion plus the 100 KBC promotion. So I was in Las Vegas. I was able to exchange physically 100 KBC for a gram of gold. I did, you know, some of the gold in that stack of cash gold came from my exchange in KBC. Someone else also said they have 42 QR codes that I'm supposed to have in case gold instead. So there's a lot of people with QR codes. And the company has said that they will honor all the QR codes. That hasn't changed. Harold Seitz is a man of his word. He will keep his word. If you can get to Germany, in which hopefully we can soon travel, then you could go get your gold directly from headquarters. You know, if not, we are standing up our CEM network right now. And then there will be a machine that you can get to in the future. But I just hopefully, you know, for the people that follow my team and my group and things like that, I just want everybody just to be patient. And we've communicated that this is something that hasn't been done before. We are standing up something that hasn't been done before. All right, so it's going to take a little bit of time, and I certainly appreciate what Harold Seitz and Karatbars is doing.
Good answer. Thank you, Rico. I'm also want to add, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to understand, everybody here. This is a solid company that came to this world to build something from scratch. It wasn't here before. So we start to build the foundation. The foundation has to be the best one in the world because we want to be big and big and big. And sometimes if you've done any business, any kind of business, sometimes there are changes in plan because you adjust your company to survive in certain circumstances. You don't know everything. Like happened just right now with the Corona thing. We didn't know that. So the phone are delayed. What can Karatbars do about the Corona? Make make another sheep, or I don't know. You have to understand, this is a long term. You have to be patient. That's how it happened with our nodes. I don't know if you know, Rico. The past 2 months we didn't get the node payments, and the first thing they can do, they put us 2 payments for that 2 months. So they deliver. It's happened. There will be a delay. There will be some difficulties. If you don't understand that, don't come close to our business. Don't get to any business, because that's what's happening. Okay? You can proceed. Another English question if you want.
And you know, and everybody is entitled to feel the way they want to feel, and that's, you know, that's okay. I'm not here to try to convince anybody of anything. I'm not here. None of us are here trying to, you know, force anyone into a decision. All we're doing is presenting to you an option, and we feel it's a really good option to do several things, which is primarily saving your wealth in gold, and then, you know, telling other people earn an income while you sleep. Like Mr. Warren Buffett said, you earn income while you sleep. Everything else is on top. The K1 phone, the blockchain, the KBC coin, all these other digital things. It's really not the crux of it. Karatbar's e-commerce company. They deliver gold in small transaction-friendly denominations. What we are building on top of blockchain is going to change. It's going to evolve because it's all new. You know, the white paper is going to evolve. The project is going to evolve. It's going to become. It's going to look different next year than what it looks like today. So hopefully you are ready to evolve. You are ready to take on challenges and do something that has never been done before. So I'm not gonna try to persuade you to think anything different. It's not really important to me. I've done what I needed to do for my family. I've leveraged the business. You know, I have tons of the cryptocurrencies, and you know, that's fine for me. You know, if you choose to do other and believe another thing, then that's for you. You know, and I love you still.
Keke?
Okay, I'm just saying that Leo asking about the Supernode payment. There was a delay because they were working about changing all the addresses in Karatbit because of they stole our coins with this particular address. So they change address, they change the structure, and then they open it again. So there was a delay for 2 months from the Supernode, but after 10 days, they gave us all the payment, the 2 month payment in one delivery, the 2 months, and everybody's got his Supernode payment. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying. There could be a delay. Yeah, not everything is perfect. Now, your next question, Leo.
Ask one.
Hang on, Leo. אני לא שומע את ליאור.
אני פה, בסדר, I got your answer.
Okay.
It was misunderstood.
Okay.
Can I ask one?
Yeah, Gal, you can ask, please.
Yeah, it's still about the QR codes.
Okay.
Sorry about it. Like I start with Karatbars since the beginning, I think, before they opened the market and everything. So I was pretty happy in the beginning. But then all the QR code stuff got involved, and I have like 42 QR codes. And in December, I tried to reach, before the corona, before everything, I tried to reach the company, and like nobody answered. And all the people that get those cash gold, like I really want it. Yeah, don't misunderstand me. All the people that have those cash gold were traveling to Vegas or to, I don't remember where else they have like your meeting or stuff like this, but you get it straight from when we're a meeting. So there is no like ATM machines or something.
Oh,
if you tell me,
I'm sorry.
wait, hold on, Londi.
Okay,
if you can tell me where I can find an ATM machine, tomorrow I fly there, tomorrow. But with the company, you must like a book for meeting and tell them exactly how much QR code and everything. And still, I did all that and nobody answered.
Have a good luck if you want to fly. I
don't care to fly.
Honolulu.
I'm still young and pretty.
I can't fly now.
Hey, Gal.
There is a CAM in Honolulu. Honolulu.
Okay.
Hey, so can I say this? I just want to let you know that I'm in the same boat you are. I have about 35 QR codes myself that I'm just waiting. I'm just patiently waiting for a machine to come near my city. I know that there's one in Maryland. But every time the gold it gets loaded, there's people waiting to cash out their gold. You know what I'm saying? So I was fine. I was going to travel to Germany myself. I was going to do the same thing, fly to Germany. I used to live in Germany, so I'm happy with going to Germany, take my wife on a vacation, and go pick up. It's only about $5 or $6 grand worth of gold, but just to go and have the experience and to be able to exchange the QR codes. Again, people are going to feel differently. I just personally feel like we're going to get there where it's going to be easier to exchange those QR codes. The company is going to honor the QR code. So I just wanted to add my 2 cents.
Okay, Gal, I want to add to this.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Rico. I saw in my own eyes, people are taking the QR codes in Madrid, taking the cash gold out of the machine. And what happened after 5 or 10 minutes, there's not any cash gold in the machine anymore. Everybody wants. So that's what happened. But I know, I understand your frustration, and I really understand because I'm in your position. But let me assure you, okay? And once you understand where you are, in which company you are, you you start to be more patient. Don't worry. I promise you, this all your QR code will going to be respected by Karatbars. Don't worry. It will take another month. And now this is the time. The next few weeks are so important to the company because all the gold are going to the blockchain. And from that point, when everything is working out, the delivery, the execution of the QR code, everything is going to be more easy, more, you can go to Germany. And if you have problem to go to Germany, tell me. I'm talking to the company. I used to talk to the company every day. They were answering. They were very nice to me. So I will help you with this. Let's do it our mission. I'll help you. Don't worry about that. Really. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. This is my mission, to give you all your QR code. But let me ask you one question. Are you saving in gold every month?
Me?
No, Rico. Gal.
Oh, I got plenty.
I'm saving in other method of saving, not in gold.
That's what I'm talking about. Because
but I'm saving 8% of my money. I get guarantee 8%. The money I put in saving, 8%. If you want to hear about it, we can talk about it.
Everybody should do whatever they want, really. But if you know what gold is, and if you believe in Karatbars and their mission, it's very important that you save in gold, because you not only you take your wealth and it's become bigger, you also showing your trust in the company. And if you trust the company, believe me, things will come very easy, very good, very wealthy. Okay?
I think this June is going to be something to look forward to, because with CaratPay going on to the blockchain, Unival's becoming a stable coin, and they're just flipping on a switch to a lot of parts of the ecosystem. You know, we're just in the beginning. We're still really on the ground floor. Even though the KBC coin has been out there over a year, we've been trading it under speculation on what it's going to do and how it's going to be and these things. I mean, it's just like every other coin out there. Every coin pretty much is speculative right now. You know, Bitcoin, people might want to argue that, but Bitcoin is still being tested right now, right? One of the biggest tests in Bitcoin is happening right now with the instability of the financial markets globally. So we're going to see how this pans out for Bitcoin, but the opportunity in KBC coin, to me, it's just tremendous to get it right now for under a half a cent right now. It's less than it was when we, from the ICO.
Right.
And to understand what it's going to do in our ecosystem, it's going to be what all the fees are going to settle. Whatever you're using, the K1 phone or the WIM or the ATM network or the Caribbean Exchange or the K Merchant platform, all the fees that are generated are settled in KBC. So, I understand what Mr. Harold Seitz is doing. The KBC should, the demand for it should go up. And just to have a stable coin, the UNV, the Unival, whenever you want to lock in your profit or your gains from your trading activity, you can lock it in Unival, stable. Univals are already backed by gold. One Unival is 1/10 of a gram of gold. That's already established. And to have the CaratPay system on the blockchain, So the world will now be able to see the transactions that are going on in CaribPay. People are already using CaribPay right now to move gold back and forth between us and businesses. And I'm looking forward to June. I don't want to overhype it because I don't want to, people get their expectations out of line, but I want to keep a clear expectation that we are doing something that hasn't been done before. We'll keep saying that because that's the truth. We're blazing trails. So I'm looking towards June.
And I see Nicole raise her hand. Nicole, you want to say something?
Yes. How are you, everybody? This is Nicole Knox from the United States. Amazing call. I enjoyed this call. I love getting on any team's call. We're all one big team, no matter where we are. And this was an amazing, amazing call. I wanted to address the gentleman or make a statement to y'all about what the gentleman was saying about the QR codes. If one of you have a way to reach out to either Miss Tammy Morrison or Mr. Michael Delco and express that there are several people that are wondering, is there going to be another solution as far as the QR codes, getting them redeemed other than going to Germany, especially with us not knowing when we'll be able to travel. They may be able to, through the Telegraph group or on one of their calls with corporate, bring that up. Sometimes when you bring certain things up to them, Mr. Hurl Sykes, if they can figure out a way, they will figure out a way. He has never let us down. I've been with this company for 3 years now, and no matter what it's been, he may have to change what he do, but it usually comes out in the better for the affiliates. So just like they said, hold on, keep the faith, and know that Karatbars International and Mr. Harold Constantine Sykes is gonna make it happen. That's all I wanted to say, yo. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Knox. Thank you. Hey, look, thank you for getting on this meeting too and representing the U.S., man. And one of the things that I've always strive to do with all the messages that I put out there is for people to understand this is a real thing, a real global phenomenon happening right now with gold bullion and Karatbars International and the community that we are building across borders. All right, this is a business that you don't have to run just in your city. You can run this business from your home globally, right? And we're globally connected. So I certainly appreciate everyone on this call tonight. And, if you ever want to reach me, my information is right there. You can play this video back and my information is right there. You could get in touch with me. And look, I'm going to give it back. I think I've said enough. I just want to, again, just express my thanks for inviting me on this call.
שלום לכולם.
היי.
שלום לכולם.
אהלן.
רציתי לשאול את ריקו לגבי היוניבל. הוא הולך להיות מטבע יציב של החברה כמו ה-BUSD של בייננס למשל? הבנתי.
Okay, Rico, Chen is asking, what kind of a coin is the Unival going to be? Is it going to be a stable coin?
Yes, it will be a stable coin. Yes, that's already gold backed. And that's what people need to understand. Univals have been around for several years now. We already use Univals. These are 6 of them right here in that note. That's 6 Univals in that note. The Univals represent the physical and the electronic. And yes, it will be the stable coin.
בסדר, חן? Okay, and finally, let's wrap this call by a last word from Moish. Okay? יאללה, מויש, דבר.
Hello, Rico. Hello, Rico. You know, I'm really appreciate. This is really a party day for me. You know, tomorrow, the 3rd of May, people in Israel are starting to return to normally, normally.
Right.
So let's go. I wanted to make party and to have a toast, for my new business. I'm going to open this is the day that I'm open my business. And good luck, Gold Mine, Eliam Gold, and I just called my wife, and we will open the bottle. I can't share it with you, but you can imagine you will hear the noise.
We know the taste. We know.
You know the taste.
Also,
Yeah, it's all the same.
everybody here that came to the call from the United States, from Israel, thank you very much for your time. And thank you all.
רגע, היא תיכנס פה ותראה לכם את עצמה. זאת אשתי, שותפתי לחיים.
שלום.
לחיים, ובהצלחה לעסק החדש. Good luck for the new business. Good luck for Karat International. Good luck, Karat Israel.
Hello.
Thank you, everybody.
Celebration.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.